Are you looking for affordable land in North Carolina? I've helped over 700 people become landowners, and today I'm going to share our latest 0.37 acres in Scotland County, North Carolina. So let's take a look. Now, first of all, you can find all of our properties at land.gocap.com. That's land.gokcap.com. My company is Gokche Capital, and I'm actually not a realtor, neither a broker nor an agent. I only sell properties that my company owns. So that does mean that we can offer owner financing on almost all of our properties. And I will cover owner financing terms in a little bit. But first, let's take a closer look at this property. So quickly, if you go to land.gocap.com, you can find a map with all of our available properties. This is an interactive map, so you can scroll in and out to look at a particular area you're interested in. And the red pins are all of our currently available properties. So you can click on a red pin to get a little more information about the property. There's also a table which has some details about every lot. And the property that we're covering today is number 708 Scotland 2. So quick note here, this name and number is our internal naming system. This has nothing to do with the property's official lot number. It's just our internal naming system. But if you do want to find the property on our main listing page, you would go to number 708. And this is actually one of our value picks. We'll see why. All right, so let's zoom out and see where this property is located. Now, it is in southern North Carolina, in the city of Laurinburg. Again, we're in Scotland County. So Laurinburg is a small town, but it does have some of the basic amenities you might want, like a Walmart and a McDonald's. And we are up here in the northern section of town, off of North Pine Street. So you can see drone footage of the property. There are power lines on North Pine Street. And actually, according to our research, there should also be public water available, although sewer would be septic. So here are the images. And we do have drone footage as well. Drone footage and a Matterport scan. So the scan is a 3D panoramic. It gives you a pretty good sense of what it's like to be on the ground at the property if you're not able to visit it. So you can check that out on our main listing page, along with drone footage here. And while we're looking at this drone footage, just a fun fact about Scotland County. So Scotland County has one of the largest concentrations of descendants of Highland Scots in North America. So many of those early settlers arrived in the 1700s from the Scottish Highlands, and their roots are still celebrated today at the annual Scotland County Highland Games. So and since we're finishing up that drone footage, let me just show an image of that. So here are some photos. That'd actually be pretty fun to go to. Okay. So on our main listing page, you can also find the approximate GPS coordinates. And when you click on these are the approximate boundary point coordinates. So these are every boundary point. Now, these would give you a good sense of where the property is located. They are not a replacement for a survey, but they're a good starting point to give you approximate location of the boundary points on the property. And you can click on the approximate center point coordinates to pull the property up in Google Maps. So the property doesn't currently have an address, I don't believe. It is a vacant lot, so that's pretty common. But you could use these coordinates to go find the property if you wanted to visit it. And if having an address is important to you, I will note that it's usually pretty easy. Each county is a little bit different, but it's usually pretty easy to request an address. Typically, you just fill out a form, submit it to the county, and then they'll issue a 911 address within depending on the county, a week to a couple weeks. Right. And from Google Maps here, you can see it is very close to downtown Laurinburg. There's a Piggly Wiggly down here. Chinese restaurant, bar and grill, sub shop as well, and a grocery over here. And there's actually a community college in town too. And you do have map view here. Hey, Zafael. Yes, getting rid of an address can be much more difficult than getting an address. I've actually never looked into that, but yeah, I would imagine that would be difficult. So here's the surrounding area. It is pretty old housing stock on this road, just noting that. But there are power poles here. All right, so if we go back, as I mentioned, according to our research, I'm sorry, earlier I should correct myself. Earlier I had mentioned septic might be required. Actually, according to our research, public water and public sewer should be available here. I do recommend that you, Denny's, I don't know, is there a Denny's? Let's find out. I don't think there's a Denny's in Laurinburg. Too bad. But yes, according to our research, public water and public sewer should be available, although I do recommend contacting the town of Laurinburg to confirm that. It is zoned residential 6, so let me pull up. We can pull up the zoning ordinance here. And when it comes to zoning, it's always a good idea to give the town a call to confirm all of their rules and regulations. But just for some quick research, you can pull up the zoning ordinance. We can see so it's section 6.5. Let's scroll down, 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 down. Long way down. Okay, here we go. Allowable uses. So this is R6 here. So it looks like accessory structures are allowed and home occupations like home businesses and temporary construction project buildings. So a lot of these uses that I don't think many people would be interested in. Does look like technically you might be able to build a church on it. Athletic fields, yeah, with a special use permit. So you wanted to build a soccer field or baseball field. I don't know if it's large enough for that. But if we go down to residential though, you'll see that manufactured homes are allowed under the zoning ordinance, as are single-family homes and duplexes, actually. And I think, yes, this is the town that does allow tiny homes as well, which is great. That's pretty rare. They do have supplemental regulations for tiny homes, so you might want to look into that, but it does appear to be allowed in Laurinburg. So that's kind of nice. It's increasingly rare these days to find towns that allow both manufactured homes and tiny homes. So, and we can pull up the zip code in niche.com too, just to take a look at the surrounding area. So this is zip code 28352. So I will note that this county is one of the, I guess you could say, more economically disadvantaged counties in the state, so just keep that in mind. But, so, public schools don't have the best grade here, but not terrible scores in other ways. What this area will give you is affordable land and homes. It might not be the best place for if you're looking for like short-term investment, quick flip. For some people, depends on what you're looking for. Schools had a C+ grade, so if you have children, that's maybe something to keep in mind. But otherwise, this would be an affordable lot. This is an area that, according to our research, does allow manufactured homes and tiny homes. So if you're looking for an affordable building project, this would also be a lot that would allow that. And just a few other notes. And I'll play the drone footage again while I go over this. So some of the draws to Scotland County, it is a more rural county, so that means you're on the edge of North Carolina's Sandhills region, which is known for pine forests, mild hills, or I guess gentle hills, and clean air. So the overall county is surrounded by nature, but this particular lot is right in a small town, so you're not far from amenities. Land prices in this area are among the lowest per acre in the state. So it is an affordable entry point for first-time landowners or people looking to build in an affordable, low-cost way. Also, potentially investors who are looking at kind of a buy and hold. There is no HOA. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, there's no HOA and flexible zoning. And Scotland County sits along US Highway 74, which is a key east-west corridor, and it's currently seeing some renewed development as people seek more affordable housing options beyond the major cities in North Carolina, which, as in many major cities, those areas do have rising prices right now. So some of these small towns may be poised for future development and migration. Can't guarantee that here. Again, this county, just with full disclosure, is one of the more, as I said, economically disadvantaged counties. So that comes with pros and cons: affordable land, affordable construction, and I think this city is interested in seeing new construction as well, which is why they have flexible zoning ordinances. Right. And speaking of affordable, so we do have this lot priced at $16,499 right now, plus the $595 dock fee. As I mentioned earlier, we do offer owner financing. So we don't have set owner financing terms. If you're interested in owner financing, just reach out to us and let us know what kind of down payment and monthly payment would work for your budget, and we will come up with terms that make the property affordable for you. Two things I do want to disclose up front. First, we do say no building on or living on the property until the end of the loan term, and we say that for liability reasons. But you can use the property for recreational purposes, as long as you're in compliance with all local rules and regulations. And there's no prepayment penalty. So when you're ready to build, you can always pay off the loan early and get started. So one option there is to go to a local bank, or any bank really, try to get a construction loan and then use that construction loan to pay off the owner financing loan. The other thing I'll note is that the larger the down payment, the lower the interest rate we can provide. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your budget for owner financing. Now, with all of our properties, you're also not just buying the property. You do get our Freedom Bundle, which is 9 free bonuses. and these are designed to help celebrate land ownership and also help you be successful with your new property. So those bonuses include monthly Q&A calls with me, a complimentary vacation voucher, hotel savings card, and restaurant savings card, no building AI data centers. I'll look that up. I didn't see that, but they are building data centers everywhere, so wouldn't be surprised actually. But yeah, those complimentary vacation voucher, hotel savings card, and restaurant savings card are designed to help offset either a trip to the property or a trip to celebrate land ownership. You do have the option of scheduling a 30-minute free architectural consultation with me because I do have a background in architecture. If you're thinking about building, we can chat about next steps on that, some tips and strategies to think about. And every purchase does come with our homesteading guide, building and zoning guide, and post-closing checklist to again help you get set up right. And finally, our neighbor lookup tutorial. So you can look up the neighbors' addresses and send them a nice letter introducing yourself. So all of these bonuses come free with every purchase. They do have a value of about $5,675. Hi, Judith. And you get them when the deed is recorded. So with a cash purchase, that's upfront. With owner financing, it would be at the end of the loan term when the deed is recorded. Also with owner financing, we do provide a 365-day land exchange guarantee. So in that first year, if a new property comes into our inventory that you like better, you do get one exchange. So all of the principal payments you would have paid already would get applied to the new property. We'd switch over all your documents and you can move forward with the property that works best for you. You just need to pay a new doc fee. So this way you know that you're getting the perfect property for you. And we offer cash back as well. So if you pay off early, we do provide cash back. If you pay off in 6 months, you'll get 5% cash back on the purchase price. If you pay off in 12 months, you'll get 2.5% cash back on the purchase price. And again, there's no prepayment penalty. So we do want to say thank you for paying off the loan early. Now, finally, if you want to do your research before you buy, you can hold the property for up to 8 days. That'll take it off market while you call the town, go visit the property, do what you need to do. And it's $50 for every 2 days. That hold fee would be applied to your purchase price. It would actually be applied to the purchase price regardless of which property you purchase. So if you decide a different property actually works better for you, you can still apply the hold fee from this property as long as you buy within 30 days. All right. So this is again property 708 on our listing page. And you can find it at land.gocap.com. Let me quickly look up data centers since Zaphael asked about it. While I'm looking that up, I will mention too that we have a free land giveaway. So if you're interested in free land, we are giving away a free property on January 1st on YouTube live at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can find all the information on that giveaway on our YouTube channel. Just play the free land giveaway video. It'll tell you how to participate. It's very easy. You just have to leave a comment and subscribe to our mailing list. So if you'd be interested in free land, check that out. We'll give it away live January 1st. It'll be a lot of fun. In a similar vein, I am actually live daily at 2 p.m. Eastern. We do free land reviews. So if you are looking at buying land and you have a property you'd like us to take a look at for free, you can join one of our live streams at 2 p.m. Eastern and leave your property in the comments and we'll take a look at it. My partner and I, along with our community of land enthusiasts, will take a look at it for you for free. Otherwise, you can tune into the live streams to see us take a look at a lot of cool properties. So again, in the meantime, you can find all of our properties, including this one, at land.gocap.com. Oh yeah, I would guess. Yeah, I would imagine AI data centers are. But currently there is no credible public reports about any major data center campus currently under construction in Scotland County, although in the broader state of North Carolina, there is a big surge in data center investment and development. So this county may still be a little more off the beaten path for that. But it's an interesting question. Yeah, I'll look into that. Maybe that can be a fun or not so fun fact for an upcoming live stream. But yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Again, you can find all of our properties at land.gocap.com, and come join me live daily at 2 p.m. Eastern. Sapphire Judith, I'll see you soon. I hope you all have a wonderful